I was hot and thirsty as I made my way towards the house after spending another day out in the fields overseeing the work of our servants. I was still a long way from the house when I began to hear the music. It was a driving beat of the drums that I heard first, then the flutes and violins, followed by a sound of laughter, clapping, and dancing. What in the world was going on? By the time I reached the house, it was obvious. There was a huge party going on. But why? Some of the younger boys were playing outside, so I asked one of them to explain exactly what was happening. He told me, "Your brother has come home at last, and your father has called for a huge party to celebrate." This obviously did not make any sense. First, I couldn't believe he had the audacity to come home. Second, I couldn't believe that there was a huge party being thrown. He deserved to be cut off from the family and community. He did it to himself. Why in the world were they throwing him a party? It was wrong. He does not deserve a party, not after all he's done. He deserves to be punished for everything he did to hurt our family. I, for one, would have no part in this foolishness. I knew better. You do not throw a party to celebrate one as wicked as he. There is no way I was going into that house and being part of such reckless and wicked behavior. What was the old man thinking? Obviously, he wasn't. "How could you?" I blurted out. "Hasn't he done enough already? He deserted us. He embarrassed us. He humiliated you and everyone in this family. And now you're throwing a party? That doesn't make any sense." My father said.
What makes sense isn't always big enough to contain the truth of love.
I thought to myself, what is he talking about? Truth? I'll tell you the truth. Your son is a complete screw-up, an embarrassment to you and this family. Here you stand, shamed and humiliated, when it should be him standing here. Someone has to pay for his reckless, careless, and selfish behavior. But where is he? He's inside, feasting and celebrating with friends and family. This just isn't right. This is all backwards. It is all wrong. My father stood there, knowing every word I was saying is truth. In silence, I finished my thoughts to myself. It should be my brother who is embarrassed and humiliated, not my father. My brother deserves to be punished. He does not deserve the kindness and grace my father is showing him. Then, when I could not hold it in any longer, I blurted out what was really on my mind. What about me? Don't I matter? When he abandoned us and was wasting our money on whatever he wanted, I stayed home. I continued working like a slave while he was living the life of a king. I have never once turned away from what you asked of me. But have you ever thrown me a party for my friends? No. Yet here you are spending a ridiculous amount of money throwing this huge party for this rebellious, no-good son of yours. My outburst was cut short by the look in his eyes as he quietly started to talk.
My dear son, I know it is hard to understand, but I beg you to try. Try to see things the way I see them. Listen carefully. I love you. I have always loved you. You and I have been together from the start, and we share everything. I mean, look around. This all belongs to you. But tonight is a night for celebration. Your brother, who was lost to us, has been found. He was dead, but tonight he is alive. I love you both in ways I cannot explain with words. My heart is for this family. I long for us all to be together, to be one, to be united in love and hope. I will not stop working until that takes place. A father's heart is always empty as long as even one of his children is missing. Without him, our table was incomplete. Every night there was a place missing. As a family, we were incomplete, and my heart could barely hold the emptiness.
Okay, fine, I get it. Your precious little boy is home, so now everything is supposed to be fine. Is that it?
No, not with you standing out here, outside our home. With you outside, my heart still aches. For there to be joy, life, and peace, we must all be together. My heart will not be full until our table is full, and we sit around it and lift our glasses together. But I cannot make this happen without you. I am inviting you to help me.
Why? What do you need from me? I asked. Then he leaned in close and, in a powerful whisper, said,
I am asking that you love your brother. It is as simple and as hard as that. Forgive and welcome your brother home, and we will be a family. We will be restored. Hold a grudge against him, refuse to love and welcome him, or just simply ignore him, and we will remain apart, broken and shattered.
I didn't know what to say. I stood there, considering what he was asking of me, and then he continued.
You know, when he left our home, our family was ripped apart. We were devastated, broken, and confused. However, if you refuse to come inside and welcome him home, we are just still as broken. If you choose to reject or ignore your brother, you are doing it to me.
I stood there, hearing every word, knowing what he said was true, but struggling still the same. He went on.
If you refuse to be his brother, then how can you be my son? If you choose to reject him, then please understand that you are rejecting me. But if you will welcome him and eat with him, then you will find yourself eating with me, and we will all be together. All things will be made right. All things will be restored. Please, join me. My son, please know how much I love you. Love me as your father, and love your brother as you have been loved by me.